Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you this Genesis G70 3.3 all-wheel drive. So I'm going to be showing you the lights of this G70 at night. So I'm going to go over the headlights, tail lights, and the interior lights of this G70. So coming to the headlight actually has a really nice slim design, but I just turned on the daytime running lights, and the daytime running lights are really cool. They're basically two strips of LEDs that go all the way from the left of the headlight to all the way to the right. So basically they are together and then they get separated, and then basically the low and high beam is in the middle, and then you have a really nice side marker right here, and it just looks really good, and it's actually a really nice design. Let me go ahead and turn on the low beam so you guys see how the low beam actually looks like at night. But those daytime running lights actually look really nice, and the car actually looks very aggressive with the daytime running lights. So I just turned on the low beam, and the low beam is actually sitting in a projector housing. The low beam and the high beam are actually in the same housing, but the low beam is actually pretty bright. And one more thing about the housing of the low and high beam is that actually it moves left and right when you turn. When you take turns, when you take a left turn or right turn, the actual housing actually moves to the direction that you're actually going, which is really nice, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty expensive. But let me go ahead and turn on the high beam and show you how the high beam actually looks like. So I just turned on the high beam, and it's really hard to see if the high beam is on, but it's actually pretty bright, and I really like the brightness of those headlights. So the daytime running lights are actually on right now since the car is on. So let me go ahead and turn on the low beam and the high beam. So this is the low beam, and this is the high beam. Basically, the high beam projects more up to the tree, and the low beam down where the hood of this Tucson is. Coming to the turn signals, the turn signals are LED, and they look nice and bright. But coming to the mirror actually has an LED turn signal indicators on it, which is really nice. So coming to the tail lights, I really like them. They look really good. I just hate the fact that the turn signals and the reverse light are actually halogen. I really like those two LED strips, and the brake light is actually LED as well. But coming to the side, you will see actually a side marker right here, and it looks very good, and I really like the design of it. The license plate lights are actually pretty bright. They are LED, and there's actually a good amount of light where the license plate is, but not on the ground. So inside the trunk, there is actually LED lights, which is really good, and there's actually a good amount of light covering the whole trunk, which is really good, and actually there's a good amount of light back there as well. So coming to the side of the car, there's actually a couple lights. Of course, you have your LED turn signal indicators on the mirror, and then underneath the mirror, there's actually a light that actually projects the Genesis logo on the ground, and then inside the door handle, there's actually another light that is actually pretty bright, but there's actually no lights in the back, only on the two front doors. Coming here, this G70 has actually Genesis on the door cuffs or the door sills, and this is actually a $400 option that you could add to the G70. There's actually a light where the brake pedal and the gas pedal are, and the light is actually pretty good. It's not too bright and it's not too dim. It's just perfect. So coming to the door, you will have your window switches, door lock, unlock, and mirror controls. Everything is nice and well lit and has a good amount of brightness. But coming to the door, you will see the memory seats right here. Coming down here, you will see the brightness control, lane keep assist, and blind spot, and the trunk release and the fuel door release. Everything is nice and well lit, and of course you could adjust the brightness. This brightness is actually all the way up, but if you bring it down, it will be pretty actually dark in here. Probably I would drive it, I would actually drive the car around probably 15. 20 is a tiny bit bright, But other than that, the brightness of everything is actually pretty good. Even on the dimmest brightness or the lowest brightness, it's actually very nice and bright. So coming to the gauges are actually nice and well lit, and they're actually very easy to read and see. To the left of the steering wheel, everything has a light on it, and I like the fact that actually everything is backlit. Coming right here, this is the cruise control. Coming to the middle screen or to the touch screen, everything actually feels really good, and this is the Hyundai new system, which is very nice. But coming down here, you will see the engine start stop, and then you have your, of course, your radio controls right here, and then underneath the radio controls you will have the climate controls, heated seats right here, heated steering wheel, and heated seats right here. Very nice. And coming down here, you have a USB, and then you have a an aux right there. But coming to the shifter is actually nice and well lit. And coming down here, you will see the drive modes selector, and then behind the drive mode selector you will see the park sensors, auto hold, and then traction control, and then you will see the electronic e-brake. Coming up here to the mirror, everything is actually nice and well lit. You have the garage controls and the SOS. Coming right here, you will have the sunroof controls, and then the light controls, and then you have the door controls, basically when the lights turn on or off, whether the doors are open or closed. But there is actually two lights right here, and those two lights actually serve as a middle console lights. They're actually on when the lights are actually on, the headlights. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the light so you guys see how bright the lights are. And honestly, the lights are actually super bright in this G70, and I really like the fact that they're actually shining everywhere, and it's actually really nice. So coming to the back of this G70, you will see the window switch in the back door is actually backlit. And honestly, the lights in this G70, they actually are super bright. I like the fact that they're actually LED, and they look actually very bright, and I honestly really like that. And there's a good amount of light actually everywhere, on the seat and on the ground. And I like the fact that actually the USB plug or connector is actually backlit. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would actually like to thank Meriden Hyundai for actually providing me this G70, and I would actually like to thank Frank. If you guys are actually interested in one of those cars, make sure to get in touch with Frank. But guys, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys did, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.